Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast with me, Warren Werbitt, your host. Today's podcast is just with me. Sorry I missed last week, but I was at Printing United, and that one kind of slipped by because the excitement of getting ready to go to the show. But now that I'm back, and I will tell you, wow, my lips are still chapped. They're still dry. You know why that is? That's from all the talking. Not just me, but everybody was talking. And I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a briefing after the conference. So basically, honestly, I don't remember the last show that I went to where it felt so much energy, so charged up. All the vendors, there was over 800 of them and 335 or 350,000 square feet. It was just really nice. It's like they were waiting for us to come in. Everybody was ready to talk. The traffic was good. Oh, traffic. So, of course, you always have a few of these old people, spoilers, I call them, who all they want to know is, so what do you think of the traffic? You think there's enough people? You know what? Screw them. Those people are old school. They shouldn't be there. Those are the same people, actually, that ask to scan your badge because they want the numbers, even though you tell them you're never going to buy anything from them. But anyways, forget about those people because I didn't really give them much time, and there weren't that many. I thought I would just come in here and give you my top 10 list of things from Printing United. Printing United. I could barely even speak. So first, number one is, how do you know it's a good show? Okay, no one's going to answer me because I can't hear you and it's being recorded. My way of gauging, I left the show and I realized that there was a whole slew of people that I did not get to talk to that I wanted to. And why is that? Because I got tied up talking to other people about other things. But I left there going, wow, I wish the show was one more day. I'm sure nobody else is wishing that, but that was just to put it in context to give you an idea. I mentioned the setup. I mentioned the size of the room. The room this year was one giant rectangular with doors on both sides. You can come in from anywhere. There was 350,000 square feet. There was 800 vendors. There was no shortage of anything to see, from digital equipment. Forget that. We'll do that a little later. But that was just great. One of the things that I saw that I really, really like, and I'm seeing more of it as I go to more of these shows, and that's the robotics. They had an automatic cart that takes things around the shop. They had the robotic arms that were putting things on pallets, or the robotic arms that went with the large format machines. So when you have 80-inch board or larger, it picks it up. I'm doing a really bad example, but it picks it up and it moves it. That stuff was the coolest. And there was people standing around and watching it. So what's nice about that actually is if you have it in your shop, no sick days, everything will be always loaded the same way. Just, wow, that's all the stuff that's coming. But it was very, very cool. I want to give a shout out. Need a little drink because I did tell you mouth's a little dry still. Happens every show. But I've got one big shout out here. They're all shout outs, but this one was really cool. And I'd like to call out Taktiful, my friend Kevin Abergel and Eric Vessels. And these guys were the talk of the show. They had it nailed down. They're out there promoting embellishment, how to use it, how to market it, and all the different things that you can do. And they had a wicked booth. They had wicked samples, album covers. But what they really did was they organized the embellishment tours, and they took people around to, I'm going to get it wrong, but maybe there were 6 to 8 vendors. Each vendor had 15 minutes or so to talk their product, and all collab by Taktiful. And my feedback from some of the people that were on the tour was that it was great, it was directed, and they all walked away learning something more than what they came into. So something that maybe everyone should keep in mind. Number 5, and by the way, these aren't in any particular order, just saying. And number 5, one of the dearest things to me at these shows is seeing all of your old friends, all the people you speak with. Some you maybe see once or twice a year live, but big hugs and smiles and just such a good feeling. So to everyone that I saw, love you. It was great. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Reach out to me, or I'm going to try to reach out to you beforehand. The next one, as I have number 6, but not in any particular order, was my session, Print We Are the World. So one mistake that was made was I was booked at 9 a.m. on the first morning of the show. I will never do that again. Everybody's checking in, rushing all the stuff. I did have a bunch of people in the room, but I would have felt better if the room was full. But the messaging, as far as I'm concerned, was right off the top. And that's we got to own print. We are print. Without us, the real thing is print runs the world. Without print, there is no world. I can get into that at a later date, but that's not what this episode's about. One area that I'm starting to hang out in a little more and go to is the apparel zone. Why the apparel zone for me? Because I now have www.theprintwhisper.shop, where you can get t-shirts like this, or t-shirts in the 4 areas that I'm living my life right now, which is print, fishing, mental health, and AI. I'll do a plug for me. The t-shirts, wow, they are so soft. And men or women, look at the arm. The t-shirt is nice and snug. You know, it's not all over the place. So good things like that. But hanging out in the apparel zone, oh my, let me just tell you about how nice and how good some people are. So the whole show, I'm popping up and jumping up in front of people's faces and giving out cards because I want them to go look at the t-shirt shop that I did. One fella I jump in front of because he's wearing a nice t-shirt, and I say to him, hey, I bet you like t-shirts. And he goes, I do. So I do my 1-minute spiel. He kind of liked it because part of my spiel is right off the bat, I am giving 10% of my profit to the Children's Wish Foundation and the Children's Hospital Network because I just feel so greatly about all kids need a good running start in life, especially these days. So on my site, there will be no discounts because that just means that I have to discount what I give away, and I don't want to do that. But so I go up to the one guy and I do the spiel, and then he asks me a couple of questions. I say to him, what do you do? And he says, oh, I've been in the t-shirt business for 40 years. And I'm like, holy moly. And he asks me a couple of questions, and then he takes me around the apparel zone and introduces me to all people that he thinks I should know and would be good to gather information. And to that gentleman, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that's what I do with other people. And to be on the receiving side makes you feel really good. And I thanked him. And by the way, I said to him that I have goosebumps after that and that I was really appreciative, which I think made his day. And he then went and smiled. But in the apparel zone, you have all kinds of apparel printers and machines and people and t-shirt blanks and this blank and DTF and DTG and all this other stuff that I'm learning about. So next show, you will see me in the apparel zone spending a little bit more time. This one, some might agree and some might not agree, but I actually found the food at the show to be much better than it normally is. I had a Korean little barbecue, which was great one day. And then I had what was just could have been a burrito bowl, but really good as opposed to the rubber hot dogs that I usually have. So that was pretty good. And at the end of the show, which when it ended was a little bit anticlimactic because I hadn't seen enough people. But standing outside waiting for my Uber, I was talking to anybody in line. And you know what the general consensus was that I walked away with? That everybody had a great show. Everybody was happy to be there. Everybody was happy with the conversations they had. I asked the vendors as I was walking around what they thought of the show and if they had meaningful conversations, because I'm never about the total amount of people. I'm more interested in the conversations that are worthwhile, that lead somewhere and keep you coming back. And really, from the vendors to the participants to the food guy, I think everybody was really happy. For the first time, I could honestly say, and we could be a bit of a bitching industry, I didn't hear a lot of bitching. So that was pretty cool. And like I said, I know it's a good show when I leave and my mouth is dry and my lips are chapped and I'm all talked up and my voice is hoarse, but so excited to be there. I have a couple of shout outs actually. You see the baseball shirt over there? Oh, there it is, with the name on the back. So I was part of this all-star team that Amanda and Nicole put together, and wow, can you guys put a team together? Very, very, very good. Knew some of the people, got to really meet all the other people, and what a dedicated group of print peeps. Spectacular. Looking forward to next year. So the team was great. Amanda, Nicole, and then to the entire Printing United staff who worked on this event, this show. Kudos to you, because I could only imagine the days and the nights that you spent putting it together. And I need you to know that it was so worthwhile. Another good thing to come from the show walking around is I just found a whole bunch of people to bring onto my podcast that aren't on other podcasts on a regular basis. So I'm going to change it up as we go. If you're listening, I really hope you enjoyed my update. If you have any questions, you could reach out to me. You could send me an email. And then I'm going to pick it up the week after next with guests again. But again, I want to promote my my t-shirt shop, printwhisper.shop. Have a look, check it out. There is some really cool stuff. I'll be promoting it more as we go, but there is something for everyone. But really, the most important part about that shop is that I will be donating 10%, not 1, not 2, not 5, 10% of my profits, because I'm all about wanting to help kids. And if you are, help me out, buy some shirts. And you know what the shirts are good for? The shirts are great gifts. If you own the company, these are great gifts to give your employees, because it engages with conversation. You can engage with people and have conversation about all the different things. They make great gifts for your clients to let them know that they love print, that you love print. And I'll save that for later, because I'm going to go on. You're going to be seeing a lot more of that stuff. So again, shout out to Printing United. Thank you. Shout out to my all-star team, everyone that was on it. And shout out to all the people who came to the show. Welcome to the Brent neighborhood. Oh, I don't even know what else to say other than I'm just so excited, but I do need to get some chapstick on the lips. As always, if anyone wants to be on the show, let me know. If you know someone that should be on the show, let me know. And I just want to let you all know that I just fucking love print. Always did, always will. Until the next time. Cheers.